Welcome to You Can Do It, Mary Berry's Christmas Cake Part 2. Slightly off piece from her recipe, but basically following her recipe. So there's a cake. It's been standing now for 2 or 3 weeks. I've been watering it with this, and that's all I've got left, look, out of a whole bottle. So it's going to be a fairly alcoholic cake. I've got my marzipan, apricot jam, icing sugar, and a rolling pin. So let's get back to business. First thing is, let's stick the jam in a pan of hot water, and that'll just loosen up the jam, make it a bit more liquidy. Then I'm going to take this off. Whoa, that has been there for like, so there's my watering holes, but yeah, lovely. Oh, smells gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to take this out, put it on some sort of tray or plate, turn it upside down. So let me do that. I need both hands for that. But not forgetting my trusty old tray plate there. So I've unclipped that. Oh, look at that. Starting to look gorgeous. So I'm going to turn that upside down. I need 2 hands for that. And I'll put it on to here. Okay, I can't find any small spoons because the dishwasher's running. So a bit of icing sugar on there. I'll just sprinkle that on the base of that just so that the cake doesn't stick to it. It's a bit easier when we're serving it. Okay, it came off there. It's gone onto there, look. Lovely and flat. You spin it upside down. It's nice and flat. And if you do a good job on the other side, when you're actually levelling it off before you cook it, then it'll be flat on the other side as well. So I haven't even had to trim the underneath of it, which was the top of it. So I flipped it over. So now we're going to ready to roll out the marzipan. Meanwhile, that is getting hot. Yep, that's really hot in there now. So my jam will be getting a bit more liquid. I've whipped the lid off there just so that I don't get any pressure in there. Over to the marzipan. There's 500 grams here. Mary Berry, I think she says 675. But we're going to go light on the marzipan. So I'm going to take that out now and roll that flat. I'll just sprinkle some icing sugar on here and then roll that out on top of that. Marzipan is ready for rolling. Rub some icing sugar on there just so that the marzipan doesn't stick to it. Okay, just a little thing, get a bit of string or something just to measure how big your cake is. You put that over there like that, so she's there. So I know if I cut there, a pair of scissors. Okay, then I know that my cake, right, so I need to roll my marzipan out to be some sort of circle that big. Now, I don't know what the technique is, but there was a roll, that was a big sausage, and I just literally pressed the roller on there for like 30 seconds, and then that pushes down, then I can start rolling the thing out. Okay, rolled it all out. It's obviously plenty big enough from a bit of string. When you pull that string tight, it gives me a bit of a space there, so I'll have to trim it. You know how everyone knows to do that, but just make sure you keep a little bit of icing, keep turning it over, put some icing sugar on it, otherwise it sticks. So if it doesn't move easy on here, it can't spread out anyway. So that's all, this is all look. Now I'm going to put my jam, apricot jam, I'm going to spread it all over there, and then we can put that on there. This is where it's bucket chemistry. I don't know what Mary Berry says, but ooh, a little bit too much there, but that'll go on there and I can spread that on. Okay, I've spread all that out, all around the sides there. I had a little bit of excess, which I had to put back in there, but yeah, that's all round, all done. So now I put the marzipan on. You're supposed to put this on the rolling pin, but my rolling pin's not, it's a little bit too small. Yeah, no, you can't eat it yet. So I'm just going to do a quick, fold it over in half. Stick it in the middle there like that. Oh, it's torn, but don't worry about that because it'll, and then I can do it like that. So then we just tuck this down like that.
That's not good.
Does it too? Yeah, well, hopefully. Then we can just push this all down like that. And then get it all in and trim around the bottom. So I'm just going to do this and then I'll come back once I've got ready to trim it. Oh, I've just broken it there, but it doesn't matter. Just great stuff about this marzipan, and it'll stick up. Okay, I'll be back in a second. It's very thin because I use a lot less marzipan than in the recipe, so I'm just going to trim around here, and then I'll smarten it up. There she is, all trimmed. I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be too perfect around here. Even Mary Berry wasn't fantastic the first time she ever cooked it. That's it. Then we just got to put some, supposed to cover it, which I've got a covering for that. and leave that for a couple of days to dry out. But that's really quite thin because I only used 500 grams, but I've got all that left. So what I'm going to do is go slightly off piece again. Is I'm going to roll that out, and I'm going to put another circle on the top of it. So it's a little bit, because at the moment it's really thin. So that'll be a bit of a extra special bit of marzipan on the top there. So I'll get on and do that. Okay, I've pushed the last of that marzipan out, and I was looking for something to try and find out what was for the size of that cake. And of course I've got this, so I can just put that in there, literally, and push that down hard, and that'll cut me out my circle. So I'm going to do that. Look at that perfect circle. So I'm going to try and scrape that off the surface, and I'll put it on the cake. But what I'm going to do, actually, to glue these two together, I'm going to put a little bit of apricot jam on there. Right, covering of apricot jam in there. I'm just going to put that on there. So she's on. It's a bit like putting a mobile phone cover on, screen protector. You've got to make sure, try and get any air bubbles out. Push them out to the side. But that's if you're going to do what I'm doing. If you're just doing the normal recipe, you don't have to worry about this. So I'll just push that out. That looks quite good, isn't it? So that's got a sort of double layer of marzipan on the top there. Only it's a very thin layer, so it'll probably be what most people. But we're trying to make this a sort of healthy cake. So now I'm just going to cover that, and we're going to put that aside for a couple of days to let that dry off. So watch part 4, which will be putting the icing sugar on. But thanks for watching the video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, tell me why. See you for part 4.